Throwing on the run is the ultimate ability of the best playmakers. Just look at the NFL. The best quarterbacks are masters at making plays on the move. You see, throwing on the run used to be one of my strengths, but after I tore my ACL, I stopped working on it and I kind of forgot how to do it. I decided I'm going to lock back in and figure out how to get it back. So by the end of this video, I'm going to relearn how to throw on the run and show you guys the process and tips that helped me get right. I wanted to nail down a few specific things to focus on when I practice and do drills, so I pulled up film to see how some of the best quarterbacks do it. The obvious fundamentals are that you throw off your right foot when you're on the run, but what about the things that are tougher to see? I noticed how accurate these guys are and how they all have great front side control that keeps them aligned towards their target no matter what direction they're running in or position their bodies are in. Throwing on the run is your left leg. Your left leg, when throwing normal, is supposed to be a stopping mechanism that allows you to transfer your power up. But when on the run, it's not on the ground. So to create leverage, notice how these NFL quarterbacks kind of use a dead leg swing technique to counterbalance the rest of their body. They swing their leg through and the momentum is used to slow the rest of their body, allowing the power to transfer. The last key thing I see is the follow through. Not just their arm, but their entire body. These quarterbacks are pushing through the throw with their right leg almost into a hop, but they aren't jumping up. This is how they're able to generate the type of power they generate. With these three keys locked in, I was ready to go out to the field and apply what I had learned. Back in junior college, I completed more passes on a play action boot than any other single play. For some reason, I've just been feeling out of sequence and not fully together. So every day when I went out to the field, I included these drills in my warm-up. First drill is simple. It's just a step through. The goal of this drill is to feel the correct throw sequence from the body position of throwing on the run. The next drill is balancing on one leg and throwing. The goal here is to learn how to use your left leg to counterbalance your body and help you transfer the power up. I was really focused on kicking my leg out then forward to give my body the ability to decelerate and accelerate my arm and extend it through. The last drill is jogging throwing on the run. Trying to put all the pieces together. Nothing special here, just move correctly and make the throw. That first day I felt kind of shaky. I made a few good throws, but I wasn't super confident in my ability to be accurate. I wasn't sure how many training sessions it was going to take, but I was really trying to get it right. Even though I didn't complete them, these were my favorite two throws of the day just because of how they felt jumping off my hand. A few training sessions later, I felt a lot more confident. I was in a good rhythm with the warm-ups. I was feeling pretty natural throwing on the run. I implemented another drill. This one's called the circle drill. It's tough because you're throwing across your body to your target, moving in the opposite direction. This was the furthest I had attempted this drill. We were about 20 yards apart. After a few reps, switch sides. This drill is difficult because you have to lock in the spot you want to throw to be able to hit your partner in stride. You can make this drill easier or harder by changing the distance of the circle or the speed you're running at. Routes on this day felt significantly better. I only recorded a couple, but the ball was jumping off my hand and going where I wanted. On the last day, I felt prepared to make any throw on the run. Obviously, it's different when there's defenders, but I was just focused on feeling the right way and putting the ball where I wanted. We started with easy ups, then hitches. I didn't sprint out on every route, but I got at least one sprint out rep at every route besides slants and posts. Outs are probably my favorite route to throw on the run. It's not too far downfield, and I feel like I can still leverage my body to drive it no matter what position my body's in. Just have to remember those three fundamentals: good front side stability, good leverage with my left leg, and driving through my right leg. When we got to corners, I was gassed. This was a lot of running in a row on a hot day, and I'm not in as good a shape as I wish I was, but I was still able to make some good throws, and I know my mechanics aren't perfect, but that's not my goal. My goal is to just feel perfect, like I'm putting the ball where I want and I'm fully getting through it. Sprinting to the left and letting it fly is very difficult, not just to get it out there, but to be accurate. I struggled to be accurate, but eventually we got it right. I still had one more test though, to see if I could throw 55 on the run. For this, I tried to hit the crossbar, but the first rep sailed like 13 yards past the end zone, like 63 total yards. The second throw, I backed up, threw it from the 45, and boinked it. Let's get a little more specific about those 3 key points to throwing on the run that we touched on earlier. Number 1 is front side control. What I mean by front side control is you don't want to be swinging open while you're on the run, or it's going to throw off your entire throw sequence. You want to make sure that as you step with your right foot, you turn so your opposite shoulder is facing where you want to throw it. Then as you wind up, all that tension is stored in your hips and core so that when you're ready to go throw, you can accelerate through. This is very key because if you try to throw on the run and your shoulder is open already and you're just here, you're not going to get any power on the ball, and it's either going to sail on you or it's going to fall at your receiver's feet. So make sure you're getting turned all the way here so you can release there. The second point is your off leg. Remember, this off leg is extremely important, arguably the most important thing to throwing on the run, because it counterbalances your entire body. You see, if you just throw like this and you just keep turning, there's nothing to ever decelerate your body, allowing your arm to extend through. With this foot off the ground, you need to swing it so the momentum of your leg swing can slow down your body to allow your arm to extend through. Sometimes it almost helps to feel like I swing my leg out and forward to really help counter that rotational movement. So I'm here, and then I'm able to decelerate my body and let my arm extend through. This might feel a little awkward when you're trying it at first, but you have to play around with it. And that last key point is the follow through, but it's more about how you get into the follow through position and not so much about like what it looks like once you've thrown the ball already. To make sure that you're getting in a good follow through position, you have to make sure you keep that weight loaded over your right hip, because when your right foot gets in the ground, you're loaded here and you almost want to hop into it, but you're not jumping up off the ground. You don't want your head to change levels or else you're going to sail the ball. So as you're going to throw on the run, you're here and then you're pushing through the release and your body is creating all that tension. Your left leg's helping you decelerate, and then you can release like this. There's obviously a lot more kind of finite details we could talk about, but I want this to be as simple as possible for you guys to be able to implement and follow, especially if you don't have a coach there with you to help you out. So remember those 3 key points, no matter what you're doing, whether you're running to the right, make sure you swing that leg, and make sure you're still turning, right? You're turning here. If you're running to the left, you get turned here. If you watch Mahomes throw while he's moving to the left, oftentimes he'll almost turn his back and try to keep his back to his target while he's on the run. This helps him square his shoulders and get aligned the right way. It's front side control. Keeping the focus on those 3 keys helped me dial in my arm on the move, and if you implement these tips and get your drills in, it won't be long before you got it too. If you're still here, I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video.